How is? So hopefully you're all just about getting through this coronavirus mess, and I wanted to connect in on a project that we're working on and trying to develop. It's becoming increasingly more evident that people are struggling at home, and individuals self-isolating in quarantine, just maybe perhaps struggling with the idea of what's happening. And more people have started reaching out both to Us for Life and to myself individually. And we've been thinking over the last number of days the best way to help and support in this situation. And there's many different ways that we can, and we have to look at the most feasible, scalable one, and one that we can get out there as quick as possible. And the reality is this is a very uncertain situation that people are becoming overwhelmed by, and some people are getting acutely distressed, and there's other people at home who perhaps have other underlying issues with their mental health. And we wanted to figure out, is there a way that we can reach out and support them? Because from an evidence-based, remote support in this regard can be very useful and supportive, and we know that. So we got thinking last week, what can we do? And the initial idea was to build a platform and to fill that platform with a network of psychologists, therapists and accredited counsellors to provide supports to people at home. But it also became quite clear that to build that platform would take quite a period of time, and we just don't have time, and we don't have enough resources to do it. So I got thinking that maybe there's already a platform there. And we went looking, and there was therapyhub.ie had a platform built, and it already had a certain amount of psychologists and therapists on it. But the reality is we're going to need a hell of a lot more, and also many of the skill sets that we have as a charity, Lust for Life, we were able to meet Therapy Hub and go, look, can we do something together? You have the platform and we can provide any of the support that's required to make that platform scalable and feasible so we can reach as many people as possible. So that's essentially what we ended up doing over the coming days. Our team in Lust for Life are amazing. They're a small team who deeply care about what can be done here. And everybody's pulled up their socks here and they're going at it. So what we've come to is we are going to reach out to the networks of incredible psychologists, accredited psychologists, therapists and counsellors out there. And we're going to ask them to give their time to come onto this platform to provide what is referred to as psychological first aid. Now, psychological first aid is not a diagnosis and it is not a treatment. It is an evidence-based program that can help people who might be in acute distress. It's got kind of a three-pronged approach. The first is to stabilize the person who might be acutely distressed, calm them, get them from the state of overwhelm. Second is to mitigate and connect with them on what might be causing that overwhelm. And third is to signpost and provide that level of hope. And that's what's really important in all this is that support of hope. That is crucial. And to have experts in their field providing that to people who might be struggling at home and showing them what they can do to maybe better deal with their overwhelm and distress. Now, not everyone's going to need that. The vast majority of people are not going to need that. The vast majority of people will be able to manage. But some people might find this difficult. Some people might have other combined issues that get involved. Economics, businesses, financial issues, financial stress, on top of everything, their children, kids, responsibilities. So we're aware of that. Not everyone's going to need it, but it's important that it's there, and we have nearly 60,000 people who've signed up to help the HSC. Now this is, I suppose, a small way of seeing is there something that we can do to provide those therapeutic supports or those supports for people. Now there will also be access to therapists on that website if you so need it, but what we're trying to do is create a bank, and a bank of professionals who can help. Our clinical lead, Dr. Eddie Murphy, is doing amazing work, and he's basically going to provide the kind of system and structure of what that will look like. Each session will be about 30 minutes. So this is what we're aiming to do. Any help whatsoever is hugely appreciated, whether that's we need help in all aspects to make sure people know about it. From a tech perspective, we're doing pretty good. We have an incredible tech support team here, because tech is certainly not my background, or most of, so what I ask you to do in the call to action is, if you are a psychologist, a therapist, accredited counsellor from any of the accredited bodies in Ireland, if you could register on alustforlife.com today, or any of our social pages on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if you can just hop on and register, it's a very quick register form, and we will then be going through a quick workshop of what we will be doing. It will be massively beneficial, and it'd be massively appreciated. And I think it's probably the best thing we can do in this situation to provide remote support. So any of the other things within this is that this is not a perfect solution. We don't have time for perfect solutions. We don't have time to sit in boardrooms and come up with perfect resources. We don't have time to come up with absolutely the top class duty of care that we always have to come to everything we do with. Duty of care is at the absolute forefront of every decision that we make as a charity and as a group. And right now, we wish we had more time and we wish we had more resources, but we don't. And we have to move. So whatever help you can provide will be greatly appreciated, and we will do our best to try and get to as many people who need it, to support them through and to get through this, and that is the aim, and to provide support to our already incredible healthcare professionals and frontline staff and our retail and people working who can't not work. So the least we can do is to stay at home, listen to what's being said, and if somebody is getting distress, which will happen in a crisis such as this, that there's somebody there to help. And there's already incredible supports out there, like the Samaritans, like Pieta House, there's helplines, there's Childline, they're all there. We're just trying to provide an extra one in case it's needed. So we're in this together. This is collective. This is a collective response. So everybody in the space of emotional well-being and mental health, if you can come on board and give your time, it will be greatly appreciated. Thank you.